Good evening. Welcome to our Music in Our Schools Month concert. If you wondered what MIOSM meant in the school calendar, that is what it means. All across the country, it is the month of music. So we are celebrating music in our schools, and we celebrated earlier with a musical this year, and now we have this lovely concert. So we have 4 groups tonight, so jazz, string orchestra, choir, and band. And we will try to keep it moving as quickly as we can, but thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please just make sure your phones are on silent or off, and just in case of an emergency, there's exits in the back and to the side, but I anticipate smooth sailing. So without further ado, we're going to start with jazz. We have Crazy Little Thing Called Love first, followed by Watermelon Man.
Thank you very much for coming out, everybody. This is our annual Music in Our Schools Month concert, as Mrs. Chasey has already said. You know, it's that time of year when we can recognize all of the hard work that all of our students who are in music do. It's only the tip of the iceberg. If you play an instrument or do any kind of performing arts, it's really just a little piece compared to everything that goes into it, all of the rehearsals, all of the practices, everything. So I know I say thank all of you, thank you to the parents and everybody else for your encouragement and your support, especially for your kids when they don't want to practice, because let's face it, who does? Nobody does, really. But it's, every rose has its thorn, and that's music when it comes to, you know, practicing. But thank you very much. We'll conclude with our last piece here before moving on.
jazz piece called From the Start. Thought that would be a good one to start with tonight. So thank you all so much for coming. It is certainly Music in Our Schools Month. There's been a lot of music in this space over the course of the month, and more to come. Our students are also preparing for Solo Festival right now, so that's upcoming, as well as our Pops concert in May, so all that work is starting to happen as well. So we're excited and we hope we see you all there. Our next two pieces, so I don't do too much talking. Our second piece is called Time. This looks at this idea of time moving really fast. And so it takes the same verse and starts to leave words out. The way we feel sometimes as time moves along, and we look at the year and go, oh my gosh, it's March. How do we even get here, right? So our second piece is Time. And then our third piece is a beautiful piece called Does the World Say?, which examines the idea that there's a whole lot of messages coming in to all of us, but especially our young people, about what's expected of them and who they're supposed to be in this world. And this song questions that. Is that really what we need to be paying attention to, or are we enough? Enjoy.
Spend it when you spend it, then you're running out of time. You can save it, but to save it is to take a little time. In a minute when you're in it, can you feel the passing time? There's illusion, there's confusion when they tell you now it's time to get older, time to work and time to waste, and there's no time. But to hold their time to tell them how you feel while there's no time. 3, 2, 1, 11:32 a.m. then dinner time. How do you feel? I said I will, and still it flies no time. You're running out of time, you can save, but to save it takes some time. In a minute, you're in it. Feel passing time is an illusion, confusion. They tell you now it's time to get older, to work, time to waste. There's no time left to hold, time to tell it. Well, there's no time for 2 a.m. dinner time. How to kill, said I will, still it flies all time. When you're running out of save it, take a little time, minute. Can you feel passing is an illusion? They tell you to get older, work, waste, there's no holder. Tell him, feel there's time, 1:30, dinner time, kill, will still fly all the time. You can spend it when you spend it, then you're running out of time. You can save it, but to save it is to take a little time. In a minute when you're in it, can you feel the passing time? They say time to get older, time to work and time to waste, and there's no time left to hold or time to tell them how you feel. Oh, there's no time. 3, 2, 1, 11:32 a.m. and dinner time. Now to kill, I said I will, and still it flies, will fly all the time.
one love.
Does the world say that you're not in the right spot? When it wants you there but not here, and tells you all the things you are not. I've been there too. It's hard to shut my ears to the noise. Yes, I've been there too. I don't stand a chance if it's me in this world all alone. All the chatter is deafening, too overwhelming, hard to find my way home.
So that was Haven Dance. That was about David Holsinger's daughter when she was little. Her name was Haven. So how they, dance around and play pretend and jump off of couches and chairs and whatever. But that's kind of what that song was depicting, which I thought was really, really fun. It gave us the opportunity to play around in a lot of different time signatures, which was cool. And had, like woodblock solos and such back there by Harrison. So some really fun things there. Our next song is our Castaways. This song is gorgeous. I'm going to tell a Danny Miller story. Do you mind again? So they did this song not this past November, but like a year and a half ago for Erie Allstate. And I've always loved Julie Giroux. She is a fabulous composer. She writes film music, and I love film music. And she's just an amazing person. I follow her on Facebook and such. But what's so cool about this piece is the meaning of it. So it's actually about rescue animals and about those who are rescued and those who find homes and for those who don't find homes. And when we read this in AP Theory last year, right, and Danny was just crying, like reading what this song was about. It is extremely moving, and we love our animals, right? We love our puppy Nova at home too, and they just make life awesome. So this is to all the rescue animals. for our last song tonight, we have a fun one called Ruckus. This is going to give you a lot of like Incredibles, Mission Impossible feels. It's in 5/4, just like those are, but has kind of that spy movie feel. So thank you so much for celebrating tonight. One more song, and then you get to go home. So thank you for coming. Thank you so much.